you guys know the drill. We are going to figure out what we're playing in cash. We are going to figure out what we're doing. We're going to try and figure out what are we going to do in week 10. Got to set season-long lineups, of course. Got to figure out what we're playing in cash. Got to run the Sims. I'm running a little bit behind. I have not run the Sims yet today. How are you guys doing? GM, Tony, how's everyone doing, man? It is very cold in the Midwestern United States right now. I think it's about 20 degrees outside. I'm down here in the basement that doubles as my office, and we are freezing down here, boys. Got some hot coffee, which normally I do not drink. GM to skip. GM RJ, GM MBF. Hope you fellas are all having phenomenal days. GM Mr. Stevo. Boy, do I not know what I want to do in cash games. I guess we can go ahead and start there. Yes, I'm assuming this is probably going to be the last stream for a few weeks. I'm not a soothsayer. The due date of my son was on Friday. He didn't come on Friday, didn't come on Saturday, and as of 10 a.m. Central Time here on the 9th, he also has not come. But yeah, you guys will know. This is a key question, RJ. Are we ready to tilt with Debo in our cash lineups? I just do not want to play Debo Samuel. I really don't. I'm really not that interested. I want to. Sauce didn't lock up Draco and rescue me. So I have some bullshit team saved from the other day. Let me show you what I want to play. This right here, McCaffrey, Dowdle, McBride, Jennings, Flowers, Jaguars defense. So I get to here, and this is what I want to play. Like Mac Jones or Jacoby Brissett or JJ McCarthy, one of those guys. CMC, Dowdle, Jennings, Flowers, McBride, and the Jaguars. Oh, I actually have an announcement on this. Sammy is out of town, so regardless of if I'm at the hospital or not, there is not going to be a Gilcast tonight because one of the Gilcast members is not available. So no Gilcast Reno this evening. The train team, here you go. I will show you guys what the train team is. So this right here, A-Chain and Hunter Henry, and then not Zay Flowers, but JSN and Tez Johnson. So this right here is the train team. This is the team that all of the people who just go to establishtheRun.com or whatever website and just click optimize. This is what they have. Drake May, Devin A-Chain, Rico Dowdle, Juwan Jennings, JSN, Tez Johnson, Trey McBride, Hunter Henry, and the Jaguars defense. I don't love that team. I don't love the double tight end. I don't love paying $4,500 for Tez. I don't love JSN instead of Christian McCaffrey. I mean, I guess it's fine. I don't know. Tillman min price on FanDuel. Is he in play? I did not register for FanDuel this week, Kyle. I figured that knowing everything that was up in the air, I did not want to try and do lineups on two websites. So I skipped FanDuel this week. I assume that minimum price Tillman is in play. Actually, I need to log in on FanDuel and make sure I don't have anything because maybe I wasn't thinking earlier in the week and did register for something upcoming. No, okay, good. No FanDuel for your boy this week. Yeah, the projections have Tez over Parker Washington. Now, Let me generate lineups over on Run the Sims. So this team, so they actually have McCarthy as the top, A-Chain, Rico, St. Brown, and Flowers, and Laporta. Okay, very interesting. I knew that the Run the Sim stuff was very high on the Lions stuff this week. The second lineup, though, is much more like it's also double tight end. A lot of double tight end this week in the optimizers. Tez or Dubs in standard. I think we're going Dubs. You gotta hand it to him. Let's set all of our lineups in high stakes. Team Mariota and Hertz. Jonathan Taylor playing right now. Gainwell over DeMercado. Gainwell versus DeMercado. Yeah, still waiting, brother. Still waiting. We'll see. Don't know when, don't know how. But yes, we are still waiting. I need to see it again from Debo after these poor performances, starting Wandale over him. Yeah, I agree. All right, what do you guys think? Amari DeMercado against Seattle or Kenneth Gainwell against the Chargers? Maybe it is just DeMercado. And then we have Olave versus Garrett Wilson. Oh, no, got to start Zay Flowers here. Zay Flowers over Olave, and then Mark Andrews versus Olave in tight end premium. I think I want to go. No, I kind of just want to roll Andrews. All right, that one is set. Okay, you guys say DeMercado. All right, done. Amari DeMercado in there. All right, that's high stakes with Leone, high stakes with Drew and Mike. We've got Caleb, Gibbs, Taylor, Metcalf, Waddle, P-Wash, Kyle Pitts, Davis Mills, Bateman, and Kirk. So do we want... Yep, it seems good there. All right. Alchemy, which really needs a win this week, and we can maybe lock up our league. Hurts, Rashad White, Devin Singletary, JSN, Jacoby Myers, Kincaid, Devonta, Cade Otton. So it's Cade Otton versus Luke Musgrave. That one feels close, actually. Let me, I need to message our group. Cade Otton versus Musgrave versus Shaheed feels very close. Interesting. Kittle or Gadsden in a standard league. Maybe this is crazy. You guys tell me. I think it's definitely Gadsden. Gadsden is like a top 5 tight end right now. All right. So this team, Showgirl, if it loses this week, that's it. We're done. We got like nothing from Harvey. We got nothing from Ingram. Okay, so we are definitely behind. What is the live projections? Live projections have us losing by so we just need an absolute Ravens explosion. And then yeah, interesting. All right, so that team is basically set. It just needs a lot of Ravens points. Then we've got Blessed, which also needs a win this week or it's done. We started Michael Mayer. That's unfortunate. Oh, yeah, we're fucked. We are not going to win here. Yeah, we are projected to score 104 points. It's over, bros. 6 from Mayer. Oh, God, that sucks. Well, what can you do? And then Evermore, we are slight dogs playing Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor. We got 4 points from Bowers. Gadsden is starting in our flex. All right. Well, that's all she wrote. Now let's do the NFC teams. This one looks very strong. Set lineup. We have Aaron Jones and Tet in. Tet says he's going to play, but if he doesn't play, we are swapping him for De'Ami Brown, I guess. Mariota or McCarthy? I don't know. Let's go player pool, quarterback. We've got Marcus Mariota for 16.59, McCarthy for 18. 16.59 versus 18. ETR has Mariota for 17.8 and McCarthy for 17.5. I am still very bullish on Gibbs. Yes, still bullish on Jahmyr Gibbs. What does Run the Sims have him projected for in terms of ownership? 10%. Yeah, I love that. Me too, Stefan. I am also very much looking forward to playoff best ball content. It's basically some of my absolute favorite stuff. Demario Douglas, Rashad Bateman, or Calvin Austin. I kind of like Demario Douglas today. Though I don't love it, but kind of basically he's been an efficient player this year, and he might get to up his snaps this week. All right, what if we do this in cash? What if we do McCarthy, A-Chain, Dowdle, then we do CMC, and then we could play P-Wash, you could really just play any of them. You could play Washington, you could play Slayton. What do we think about that? That feels kind of fun. The thing I don't quite know is Miami going to be able to play Buffalo competitive enough for A-Chain to get 4 quarters? Because a Miami dust game is very, very bad for A-Chain, obviously. I don't know. I don't think Judkins is a cash play, but maybe he is. So the 2v2 there, Judkins, it's Judkins, and you can't quite get Flowers. So to get Flowers, we would have to do Jacoby Brissett. So Brisket, Flowers, Judkins versus McCarthy, Tez, A-Chain. I do think McBride is worth the $2,500 over Henry right now. I guess I can't say in 90 minutes that it'll definitely be that way. The mic will fix itself. It's that I just turned the background music on. The mic will fix itself in like a minute. I don't think you can get off the Jaguars defense. I think the Jaguars defense is so far and away the best defense. So Jaguars projected, they're the only defense. They're a full point better than every other defense below 6K. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think McBride is worth the $2,500 over Henry? Because I kind of do. I think I am. I think I'm kind of into that. About time to start thinking about what do I want to play in the SPY? Tez or Shaheed in PPR? Honestly, my gut is that Shaheed is like a really good play today. That's just that is my gut intuition, is that Shaheed is really, really strong. I don't know. I don't have a great answer on what to do in cash games, honestly. On old DraftKings.com does not feel like a slate with a whole ton of edge. Going Henry and Igbuka, I like that. I totally like that. I think it's totally fine to not play these punt wide receivers. GM, Mr. C Money. How we doing today, brother? Let's go back over to Run the Sims. Let's go to the sim runner. I think Jacoby versus JJM is like the same thing, honestly. Much more difficult matchup for Jacoby Brissett. All right. Are we waiting on any news, by the way? Yeah, it does look like we might be looking at a little bit of overlay in Battle Royale. I believe all of mine are done. I guess I should double check. BR right now is 82% full. I've maxed it. Need to make sure I've maxed everything I wanted to. Oh, you know what? Let's actually do the flea flicker real quick. Let's knock this out real quick. Yeah, there you go. Confirmation on Aaron Jones and Swift. Judkins and Zay or Dowdle and JMO. I think I'm all in on Dowdle today. I think I'm going to play Dowdle on every team. MGM Cardinals being out gives JSN cash lines the edge over. Seems reasonable to me. Frankly, I don't think you can make a wrong choice between the three of those guys. And that's what makes it not a particularly great cash slate. Anytime all these lineups like look the same, that's kind of when you know. All right. Need 7 more for the flea flicker. Boys. All right. What's going on in the London game? Is it still at halftime or are we back? All right, we're back. Man, anytime Jonathan Taylor does not have 37 fantasy points feels like a good day. Oh, Berlin. What stadium are they playing at? Are they playing it at the Allianz Arena? Where are they playing it at? In Berlin. Man. Am I really going to lose in cash? Do I really not know what I want to do in cash, bro? A little disappointing. Gonna keep it real. All right, I think all my high stakes teams are set. Would you guys start Chris Rodriguez or Byshell Tootin on this team? Silver bullet team. They're playing in the same stadium where Jesse Owens facepalm Hitler. GM Sondo. Yeah, I also wasn't expecting to do a stream or didn't know if I'd be doing a stream today. Fields, JT, question mark RB2, Jefferson, Jennings, Waddle, Gadsden, Trey McBride. Yeah. C-Rod versus Tootin. I don't know. I feel like it's probably Tootin. Tootin feels more likely to get a touchdown. Ugh. While we're waiting for that, let's set this up. Let's do a big ol' run on Run the Sims. Generate a bunch of lineups. 3,000 contest field, number of sims. Let's do 5,000. Way up the salary range. Set it as a flat payout. And this is going to take a while to run. So that will be nice. I've actually liked on Run the Sims to be messing with those settings. By the way, if you use promo code SWOLE on Run the Sims right now, if you haven't used it yet, your first payment, so whatever it is, if you're doing a year subscription, a month subscription, whatever, it's 50% off your first payment. So it's about as good of a deal as you're going to get. So if you have not checked out Run the Sims yet, basically they're doing a flash sale because the season's half over. So I would go use a little bit of promo code SWOLE action over there if you're into that sort of thing. There we go. And an Underdog. Play $5, get $100. Ugh. I don't think James Cook is going to be that popular. I really don't. I think James Cook will end up being like 8-9% or something. Oh, Nate just texted the group chat. Gold star play for me is Jahmyr Gibbs. Gold star play for me. I'm trying to get. I'd really like to get like this team right here, this top optimal team. I'd really like to get Gibbs over Swift, something like that on here, or maybe Lamar. Trevion Henderson or Steph Diggs. Honestly, I really like Trevion Henderson today, Patrick. I think Trevion Henderson, if he had gotten the workload last week, like imagine ourselves in week 3. Ramondre misses week 2 with a toe injury, and Trevion Henderson played he played 51 snaps to Terrell Jennings 17. I think we would absolutely jam Trevion Henderson in. Is Swift still projecting better than Monangai? I haven't looked at anything this week. Yes, he is. Although not by much. Not by near as much as you would think. I believe on Run Sims, Swift is at like 13 or 14 and Monangai's at like 10. So it's not really it's not that far off. I kind of like Monangai, actually. Maybe not for salary cap games, but I'm kind of interested. It is a little bit of a tricky slate. That does sort of seem to be the consensus out there, is that it's a fairly tricky slate to deal with, which I agree with. I am not loving. Not that I dislike it. What I'm trying to decide is, do I like Ravens stuff better, or do I like Lions stuffs better? I think I probably slightly like Lions stuffs better, but I think also the Lions are going to end up being super chalky. Pick 2, Gibbs, Cook, and Judkins. I mean, I think you got to go Gibbs and Cook, but Judkins obviously is a very strong play today as well. I don't know. What do we got here for? Let's find the top. Lamar, Flowers, Rico, include all. But I don't want a tight end in the flex. All right. Yes, it is. Honestly, Christopher, it is a ball knower slate. No free squares, no Bengals or Dallas defense. You kind of gotta, you kind of have to make your opinion and then write it. So top Lamar with that stuff is Lamar, Rico, CMC, Bateman, Addison, Flowers, Kittle, Jennings. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. Yeah, I really like Mark Andrews today. Lions over Ravens feels like a get right spot. We all know Campbell. Yes, I agree with you. I do agree with you on that. Yes, you know what? Let us pick up while we wait for 4 more in the flea flicker. Let us do a little pick'em action because I have a pending boosterino. Here we go. I have 2 boosts left. We'll do the 50%er here. I like that. Lamar with Judkins does feel good. The Woody Marks vibes, I would say, are not great, mostly just because of the game environment. It's just not a very friendly game environment. All right, let's go. Zay Flowers, higher than 12.45 fantasy points. Let us go to New England to Tampa Bay. Let's do higher than 12.5 rush attempts for Trevion Henderson. Let's go to New Orleans and Carolina, and let's add a touchdown in for Mr. Dowdle. Yeah, touchdown in for Mr. Dowdle. Cleveland and New York, we're going to take Quinshon Judkins to score a rushing or receiving tud. Then we are going to go to Detroit and Washington. We are also going to add Jahmyr Gibbs to get a rushing or receiving touchdown. Not a single player under 4K that you really feel okay about. Yeah. I think maybe De'Ami Brown as a pure punt. It could definitely be a 2 tight end slate. You know, I wouldn't be stunned by that. All right. And then we'll go 25 on that one. There you go. Post that in the chat. Zay Flowers, higher than 12.45 fantasy points. Trevion Henderson, 12.5 rush attempts. Rico Dowdle, touchdown. Judkins, touchdown. Gibbs, touchdown. Boost cooking on the Dog app. Promo code Davis this morning. GM. All right. 3 more for a little flea flicker action, boys. Did Daniel Jones just do something stupid? It is one of those things. I frankly, I think I'm in the position of not wanting Jonathan Taylor to post any more nuclear scores because there you go. Sack, fumble, ATL ball. There you go. About what you'd expect. Poor Atlanta, man. Poor Indianapolis. Poor Jacob Sanderson waking up at like 3 o'clock in the morning Pacific time to watch this game. I do kind of like Ken Walker today. You know what? I'm just going to abandon this and we're going to come back to it. Cash will be the last thing I figure out on the slate. I think I only entered in one tournament today. I think the only one I entered in was, there you go. Yes, was the Spy. So if we just start with a base of Lamar, Gibbs, and Andrews. I mean, do I even want to do Andrews or do I want to do Zay Flowers? Oh, here we go. We filled it up. So we are going to knock out our flea flicker here very shortly. And probably there's lots of friends and family in that one, I'm going to guess. Ooh, and we got the 101. Golly, you love to see it. We've got Chad. We've got, wow, special appearance from the man himself, Mr. Peter Overzet. We got my boy Chris. We got Crutches. Skiers 2001. Jay O'Donnell 2. Joe Haddix. Peary 24. Ineas. House Always Wins. Eric 4994. Yes, the flea flicker. It's a tough ask. It is a tough ask to fill, but we are happy to get off. So, and we're gonna get a Christian McCaffrey team. So there we go. You only get one bite at this apple, and we are gonna bite at this apple with Christian McCaffrey, which is quite nice. Send it. Thank you, Christian. Tyler, she is not having a good time, brother. She's having a bad time. As you would expect. I cannot imagine, but it doesn't sound very fun to be overdue from a pregnancy. I'll tell you what. Don't think I would sign myself up for that. God bless him. All right. CMC, Cook, Puka, Gibbs at 4. It'll be interesting to see how many of the running backs get gobbled up in this. Because the running backs do really go in the 12-mans on Underdog. It's like actually kind of insane. All right. Atlanta is driving. Nope. Atlanta drove and then punted. So it was a very actually inconsequential sack fumble. Yes. If I get a text, I will be skedaddling. Just popping in to say, as the leader of the AR5 Legion, we are noticing these Danny Dimes turnovers. Christopher, this is actually so sharp. But the Tyrone Tracy flop leg is very live. Yeah, Tyrone Tracy flop leg is big time. I think that I would guess that a lot of very sharp players out there in the DFS world, like people who are considered to be very good at the game. This is just a guess. But I'm gonna guess they'll be overweight on Tracy relative to the field, because the field left Tyrone Tracy for dead, but the roll really was not that bad. It's actually quite good. Well, quite good, probably overstating it, but it was okay. I wonder what I always like to see what Cardi has in his opto. So I'm gonna go check the Blitz opto right now. Blitz opto is McCarthy, Dowdle, CMC, Jennings, P-Wash, Flowers, TJ Hawkinson, and Puka in the flex. I also like the Rome flop. So these are the things I'm considering for my SPY entry. Goff double, maybe triple, Lamar, and then Caleb and Rome. Those are I think the 3 best stacks. And I'm gonna run a bunch of the Sims over on runthesims.com and see which one of them Sims best. Although, you gotta add a little bit of ball knowing on top of the old simulation. Wow, we got T. McBride in the first with Kyron to crutches over there. So for me, oh man, my wide receiver 1 is going to be ass. There is some scroll action at tight end though, Njoku and Fannin. Greg Dulcich. Dude, what if I took Greg Dulcich in the flea flicker? Scott kind of flag planted Waddle and ETN. Okay. It sounds like the wind is not crazy. It's more just very cold in Chicago. But that stuff would have to impact the total for me to start to really care. Oh yeah, Grant. I mean, Judy is a good play. There's no doubt about it. Jerry Jeudy is a good play in fantasy football. Doesn't mean he's going to get there, but he's definitely a good play. I'm not really a Shakir guy. I get why people would want to play him, but I'm not really a Shakir guy today. Or any day, really. All right, so Rachaad White went. That would have been a guy I really heavily considered here at this pick. I think what I'm going to do... God, there's just probably no way. All right, so I'm going to take Rome, and then I'm going to take Trevion Henderson, and I'm going to hope that Caleb comes all the way back around. But if he doesn't, I do have an alternative plan here. Mouse battery very low. Connect to USB to recharge soon. Poor planning, Davis. It's because it's so cold in my basement, I think, probably. Yeah, sorry, Chad. You were not gonna push. You were not gonna be pushing Trevion Henderson around the King Seal. Not happening. It's a very good day to play Trevion Henderson. Nobody wants to play Trevion Henderson. Dude, don't you know the Buccaneers' run defense is so good? They're a pass funnel. Yeah, so give me their pass catching running back, bro. I keep trying to jam in Gibbs and Cook, but have to punt to someone I don't like. Yeah, there's just not very many good punt plays today. All right, Aaron Jones is in. Good to know. Oh, all right. Kevin Roth tweets. Kevin Roth with a big update here. Our Florida games today, Tampa Bay and Miami, both have a chance for a legit downpour. The problem is that I can't pinpoint this kind of rain. So maybe it pours over the stadium, maybe it pours near the stadium. I can't give you anything more than a chance of a downpour. All right, Fannon's in, Swift is in, Tet is in. So all the Q-Tech guys are in. Total is down to like 45. That kind of makes me like A-Chain a little bit more. Also makes me like Tez Johnson a little bit less. Judkins, Laporta, or Cook Andrews. Yeah, I like Cook Andrews. I think. What if we did this? Flowers, and then we did Dowdle. Then we did Henderson in the flex. Jaguars D. Where does that leave us? It actually does not leave us in it. And then we did Jennings. I don't care to play Nico though. I wonder if there'd be. I'm gonna sit and play with that lineup when we're done doing the flea flicker. Sharbs or Jordan Mason? Yes. Yeah. Let me pull that up for you, brother. I'll run. I'm not playing FanDuel today because I just didn't know how much time I was gonna have. But I will give you a good run here. FanDuel main settings, 3,000 sims, 32,000 sims flat, and we'll make the computer use all that salary. And I will give that a quick run around. All right. Crutches has McBride, Kyron, Marvin, Tez. All right. Chris over there at the 12 spot went Judkins, Igbuka, Walker, Mayfield. What's Pete got? Pete went Laporta. Ooh, Pete's all in. All in Lions. Should I take Goff, JMO, and Tilt, Peter? I think Tez Johnson is fine. Oh man. A.D. Mitchell inactive for the Jets. That's a little bit of a bummer. Little bit of a bummer there. I kind of thought he would play. All right. Kincaid goes. Oh, Caleb is actually going to get around to me. So my options are Caleb. Oh, I could do the double stack. I could do Caleb Loveland. Ooh. Okay, actually, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Juwan Jennings. And I'm going to take Caleb Williams. Double 49ers. I am going to put Loveland in my queue. I'm going to put Andrews in my queue. I'm going to put Hawkinson in the queue. I'm going to put Schultz in the queue. I'm going to put Fannin in the queue. So any of those guys are totally fine by me. Dart or Herbert standard? I mean, I honestly, it's Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart is so good for fantasy football. And if eventually, obviously he won't be along a long enough timeline, he won't be. But man, that guy just spits fantasy points. All right. Okay, this was for my boy, I believe, Corn Diggity Dog. Here you go. Top optimal rates on FanDuel at quarterback. It's all the same. Goff, Mayfield, Mac Jones, JJ McCarthy, Drake May. Lamar really low, actually. At running back, as you'd expect, Rico, A-Chain, CMC, Judkins, but they're all over-owned. James Cook, under-owned. Henderson, way over-owned. Gibbs, under-owned. DeAndre Swift, way under-owned. GM, Benny. Fannin or Shaheed? Fannin, I think? No, go Shaheed. Go Shaheed. Embrace it. Wide receiver, Igbuka, JSN, St. Brown, Zay Flowers, Puka, Diggs. All right. Pretty interesting. The highest EV lineup on FanDuel has, there you go, Mac Jones, Trevion Henderson. Kind of interesting stuff. Ooh, I think my father-in-law might be ordering some food for the noon games. All right, who's going to be left for me at tight end? Andrews went. Loveland is still there. Are we going to get the Caleb double? Did everyone just let me win 2,000? Wow, folks, we did it. Bang. Caleb double. 20-piece tender challenge. That's light work. Noseball, new member of the channel. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you, Chad. Thank you for filling the room, brother. All right. So in the flea flicker, we have Caleb Williams, Christian McCaffrey, Trevion Henderson, Roma Dunze, Juwan Jennings, Colson Loveland. Send me my $2,000 right fucking now. All right. You have 57 minutes left to enter into the BRs. Is there anything else I want to enter? Won $500 on a scratch off. Shot an 89 on Saturday. Down an ice cold canned Gatorade. Buddy, you are living the dream. GM, Josh. How we doing, ma'am? How we doing? All right. I mean, I think I basically entered everything I want to. All right, we'll do one more. We'll do a full back dive because I have not entered that yet. One more, and then I gotta decide. I think in the back of my mind, I think I've decided that this is what I want to do. Oh man, I want to play Judkins here. I fear Danny Dimes is back and has gone full pumpkin. Oh no, man. I bet everyone on social media is being really realistic. I bet everyone on social media is being totally normal and rational. All right, so can we Is there a cheaper no, there's not really a cheaper. It would be like Njoku. I guess I could go cheaper than it. Is there anyone cheaper than a Dunze I like? Not really. Nope. Marvin Harrison Jr. Could do Marvin Harrison Jr. Mark Andrews. I do like Marvin Harrison Jr. This team would sim like shit, actually. Guaranteed this team is not simming good. This is giving up a lot of points versus optimal lineups. But I'm gonna keep ooh! You could do Likely instead of Andrews. You could do that. I actually don't hate that conceptually. I need to go run another set. And actually, let me keep this tab open so if anyone asks questions about FanDuel, we can remind me to go back to that tab. Slates, DraftKings main, settings, number of lineups. I'm going to run a shit ton. Size of contest field, 3,000. Number of sims, 6,000. Salary range, 49,500. Standard. And this is going to take forever to run. So, GM, Gary. Bateman. I don't know if I'm a Bateman. Ooh. Tet or JMO, hot take, Nap God. Hot take. Big JMO day. Big JMO day today. If you're taking Andrews over Likely today, you're on the wrong side of history. Lamar plus Likely with Aaron Jones for all the money. All right. So we have some boys weighing in with what I should do. How much does Likely cost? Likely costs $2,900. So we go from MHJ up to, if I play the Jaguars. Well, if I just play the Patriots, it'd be Waddle. Okay, so a Dunze. C-Rod might get a lot of touches today, Eric. I don't think there's any way to fit Puka and JSN both. There might be. Taysom Hill generational wealth opportunity. Could be. It could be. I see the Taysom thesis today. Demont's definitely in play today. Went fishing with the boys and stopped at a bait shop called Master Baiters. What a day. What a time to be alive. All right, so if I do McCarthy, there's got to be a way to make this stupid team work. Yeah, the valet is taking Shahid's role. The issue is he's just not very good. I mean, he's fine. Oh, shit. Guys, I have not filled out any of my Splash Sports stuff, I don't think. Okay, wait, no, yes, I did. Garrett Wilson's good to go. Okay, we're gonna do another tiers entry after this draft. We're gonna do Jahmyr Gibbs, and you know what? We're gonna do a Lamar team. Gibbs, Lamar. We're gonna dome it up today. We're gonna go full Derek Carty today. Got to see if I can find anything like this team in the Run the Sims Opto stuff. I'm liking the look of this team. but I am thinking that it is probably way suboptimal. Got a lot of tabs open today. All right. Lamar, Gibbs. And what do we do? What do we do here? Do we want to do double? Well, you know what? No, let's take Flowers. What do you guys think, guys, what do you guys think Jared Goff is going to be owned on DraftKings? Because if Jared Goff is like 8% on DraftKings, he's the jam. %, yeah, man, he's totally a jam. At 6%, he is a phenomenally good play. All right, let's do Rachaad White. Under 8 for sure. Okay, shit. Well, maybe I do Goff instead of Lamar then. Maybe we do Goff, St. Brown, JMO instead. The Simbros, yes. I mean, look at this. I ran this. Every top team. Goff. It's insane. So maybe that is the answer. Maybe we just abandon this and we just do. Everyone knows that this is good, right? Everyone knows Goff, St. Brown. It's just I don't think I've ever seen all the top lineups have the same guy. All right, what are we going to do at tight end on this one? Could do a Loveland. I might want to do a Loveland. God forbid. In my 220 max contests, I have 31 Goffs. You know what? We're going to do the double stack. C Money said he wants the double stack. We're going to do the double. And then we're going to do Marv or Juwan Jennings. And whichever we get, we get. I love, God, Lamar doubles, man. By the way, reminder, you guys have an hour left to get in on the tiers contest. Entrance details, share contest. I'm actually going to tweet this link out. But please hop into the tiers contest over on Splash Sports. Less than 100 spots. Less than 100 spots left in the Swolecast $10 tiers contest this morning. All right. And we got Marv. There we go. Lamar Jackson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Rachaad White, Zay Flowers, Marvin Harrison. All right, let's see if we can figure this one out, boys. And then we're gonna get cash going. And then that's gonna be it, and we're gonna be done. I'm probably gonna get out of here a smidgen early if we can figure out cash. I mean, maybe we won't be able to figure out cash. So Goff, St. Brown. Maybe we do Laporta instead of JMO. We do Jennings, and we do Flowers. So these are all the guys I like. Then we do Rico. That leaves us 1450. We put the Jaguars D in. That leaves us 11.9. 5,950 left per slot. Yeah, Derby. My wife also thought there was a 0% chance of this stream happening. So we have Goff. We have Dowdle. We have Mr. Laporta. We have St. Brown. We have Flowers. We have the Jaguars D. If there was a pivot we wanted to make, maybe we could do like the Browns D or something. Jennings, I mean, I don't think Jennings is mandatory, but I do think he is like a very, very good play. All right. So if we did Judkins, there's just enough room. I think that's just enough for Judkins and Henderson. No, it just misses Henderson. All right, well, Judkins Walker, maybe. Quinshawn Judkins, Ken Walker. I mean, what do we think of that? I don't think Kyle Williams is play. Is there any way to gift subs on mobile? Gary, honestly, I don't think so. I think the only thing that you can do on mobile, I'm pretty sure there's not, but it's very kind of you to ask. Oh, maybe there is. Are there any other Rams viable other than the big four? I don't think so. There you go. There's no way to give subs on mobile. That was my memory. Is that for whatever reason you can't do it on mobily? All right. If we remove Judkins and Walker, because Walker is just not one of my favorite plays. What is... So if we did... What if we did Jameson Williams and we did Likely at tight end? That gives us 6.5K per. So could we get up to Cook and Henderson? Oh, shit. There we go. Roto Bowser, new member. I think I just cooked. I think this might be a cook. So if we do, maybe, I mean, it's gonna be really annoying when Juwan Jennings is the slate breaker, but I think this might be like a bona fide cook. So we got Likely, we got my boy James Cook is honestly like a secret play. He's a very good play. And then we put Henderson in there. As soon as I figure this out, we are going to go back to cash. Likely is all right. If Purple Yosh says he's the play of the slate, Yes, you can gift subs on mobile. I'm on mobile. Is Demario Douglas a free square? I don't know about free square, but I do think he's probably being a little bit underprojected. I would guess he's probably being let's see. Is Demario Douglas on any of these? Oh, actually, here you go. So there are some Demario Douglas lineups. Demario Douglas in a 77% sim ROI lineup. There you go. GM. Thank you, Christopher. A good man, Christopher Davis. I don't know, boys. I kind of like this one. Double Baltimore. Has Dowdle, has Cook, has St. Brown. I guess the thing is that JMO is going to be an over-owned play. That's really the only thing. Not that JMO is a bad play. Also, what is happening in the I started when I started, the European games were just ending. Aston Villa with a 4-0 win. That you fucking love to see. Man City is beating Liverpool. Okay, across the pond, it appears that Daniel Jones is having a tough time. Only 1 for 9 for Michael Pittman Jr. Well, there you go. GM Nick. Can we see Dart Sims? You can. My boy asked nicely. Jackson Dart. Top Jackson Dart sim lineup on Run the Sims is Dart, Kyron, DeAndre Swift, Zay Flowers, Darius Slayton, Wandale, Laporta, JSN, and the Texans. Hey, there we go. Up the Villa. GM. Mr. Goated Sticks, GM. Ashton, this is probably bad for both of us. It's probably bad for both of us, frankly. All right, I want to try one more thing. So if we did Jennings, nope. If we did Juwan Jennings, I want to go Laporta. Is there any way? I guess, yeah, it gets us down to 4,400. So Flowers is the one who's kind of messing everything up, but there's not really a substitution for Flowers, I guess, is the issue. I guess instead of Flowers, you could do like, well, no, because it's really just Jennings. I just really like Zay Flowers today. Is Kyle Pitts alive? I don't think anyone knows. Kyle Pitts has 1 for 25. The Falcons have the ball, and they are gonna just try and burn so much clock on this drive. It's actually gonna be disgusting. JMO instead of St. Brown, easy game. That does not feel like an easy game. Okay, pay down for Pop Douglas. What does Douglas cost? Douglas costs 4,000. See, it's not enough. All right, I'm about to do something disgusting. My God, Bijan Robinson's going to get 37 carries on this drive. All right, what I want to do is I want to look at how much Devon Vele is projected for. 20 receiving yards and 1.5 receptions. Devon Vele. So if we played Vele, that gets us to Hendo. Waddle likely Kyron. Kyron is a pretty strong play. So the team is St. Brown, Vele, Flowers. I mean, It can't. It's gotta just be terrible. Vele. Well, I have bad news. There is not gonna be a Gil cast tonight because one, hopefully I'm at the hospital, and two, Sammy is out of town. So Sammy is not going to be able to play. Or if he's playing, he's not going to be able to do the show. Hendo is a soul read. Coker punt with positive coach speak and Tet banged up. The concern I have there is that how many pass attempts are the Panthers even going to have today? Not that many. Let's go. Let's see if I can finish up cash here. So you've got McCarthy and Dowdle. It's got. Is anyone worried about the rain for Tez? But if we did Tez, and then we did McBride. Sammy can't bring a microphone and a carry-on, but Davis won't miss a stream with his wife on due date overtime. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I don't think I can do the Vele thing. I think I'm off the Vele train. I guess, and then the other thing that you can do here is you could do Parker and A-Chain. This team feels okay. McCarthy, McCaffrey, Dowdle, P-Wash, Jennings, Tez, McBride, A-Chain. Wow, JT house call. Wow, boys. 83 yards. Well, if you thought your advance rate, if you were light on Jonathan Taylor and you thought your advance rate was gonna be okay, you thought wrong. Man. Rip to the Atlanta Falcons. So we got 26 carries for 210 yards and 2 touchdowns for Jonathan Taylor. No, you definitely do not need to pay up in cash. The optimal is basically playing Trey McBride instead of a 6K running back. Man. Well, yeah, I make fun of Nate for a lot. 37 standard. Golly. Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor has 250 scrimmage yards and 2 touchdowns. Yes, it's true. Wow, Christopher Davis, what a guy. Christopher, I tell you what, man. The actual day was Friday. He just has decided he doesn't want to join us yet. $100 super chat. What a fucking guy, man. That's what we call a legend. Who gets the targets from Shaheed? Well, Vele's about to play his snaps. He could go Jalen Lane. I feel like he's maybe not the greatest replacement. Hmm. Man, oh man. I can't believe Jonathan Taylor, bro. What a season. This dude, he's honestly shitting on Barkley's season from last year. Ben Russell, new member. Salute Ben. Salute Chris, man. What a fucking guy. That's unbelievable, dude. Ugh. I gotta figure out what I'm doing on this. I gotta figure out what I'm doing with this, and I gotta figure out what I'm doing in cash. I mean, maybe I just do Parker Washington and A-Chain. I guess let's save that for now, and I'll come back to it. Yeah, first baby's always late. That is what they say. If my most drafted player in best ball was Giddens, does that count as good process? I mean, yeah, I think so. I think so. Maybe do Kyron on this team. Kyron, Jennings, and I'm just short of Henderson. Could do Ken Walker. I really want to play Henderson, though. You just can't. You just have to punt defense. You got to play Vikings D. No, thank you. Cardinals defense, maybe? Cardinals defense in play? Yeah, I mean, the thing about playing JMO is that JMO never gets any points. 16, 18, I guess 21. 21 would cut it, I guess. All right, let's see what this looks like. JMO, Jennings, Flowers, DST, Jags, 8,800. So you're still short of McCaffrey. Well, no. So let's go Cook. 7,900 gets you A-Chain. Playing Cards D a lot. Yeah, honestly, you're right. Cheap defense against Sam Darnold. I know, exactly. And the commies give it up to everyone. I think Cardinals and Seahawks shoots out. Well, that would make Marvin Harrison Jr. a much better play. I don't think you want to play too much of. I don't think you want to play too much defense against Lamar. Also, are there any what am I thinking? Are there any swaps that I need to make for BR? I'm trying to think. Is there anyone out for BR that matters? I guess Bucky. So let's go clear. Let's put, I guess, Mac Jones probably. So we'll do Goff, Caleb, Mac Jones. We'll do Rico, Judkins, Rashad White, Henderson, Montgomery. And I don't know if there are any wide receivers that need to swap. I don't really remember. But if there are, I'll set it up that way. And I don't think there are any tight ends that need to swap. But if they are, I'll do Loveland and Taysom. That should be good. I guess the thing is I just really want to play Trevion Henderson. So if we do this, St. Brown, 6,300 at running back is just not great. That's like, we could do Kyron. I think I would play JMO over Tet in season long. It's a total coin flip, but it's about as good of a spot possible for JMO. Maybe. What is Cedric Tillman cost as a punt receiver? 3,500. Maybe Cedric Tillman. Cards D and Judkins is pretty good. Cardinals D and Judkins. I think I like Kyron more. I don't know. It's pretty good. All right, so that's, what do we got? We got Goff. We got St. Brown. We got Laporta. We got Dowdle and Henderson. Dowdle, Henderson. Judkins and Cardinals. And then we do what? Jennings and Flowers. Probably, that's with Judkins, it probably just gives up too many points. Reeves likes Jalen Lane. PPR, you sticking with Kittle or pivoting to Theo, Taylor, or Fana? No, I like Kittle there. I think it's a good spot for Kittle today. Yeah, I think that is giving up a smidgen too many points. Could do Waddle over Judkins. I don't know. Here, let me go back and check Goff teams. That's a Goff triple. I don't want a tight end in flex. Yeah, it's kind of like one punt wide receiver looks like the meta. There'll be a good amount of diversity at quarterback in cash today because you'll get McCarthy, you'll get some Brissett, you'll get some May, you'll get some Allen. All right, what did this team look like again? St. Brown and Jameson Williams and Likely. There was no way. Is there any way to get to McCaffrey? I guess that's the question. You have to play a $4,500 flex. So you're actually short of Jennings in the flex anyway. It would be Kittle in the flex. We could play Diami Brown. Algier to the 1. Wow. Are they gonna let Algier get the touchdown? Man. Not a great day at the office for Bijan Robinson. Maybe maybe we do. What about this? What about Diami, Brown, Flowers, Laporta? You do Henderson in the flex, and that gives us James Cook. What about that? What about that? Does that work? So you put Cook in the flex. We're able to hold on to the Cardinals D. And then instead of Juwan Jennings, you do Diami. Imagine winning with Diami Brown. Touchdown Algier, 144 left. I can see that. Although this top team, Goff, Judkins, Rico, Flowers, JMO, St. Brown, Laporta, Jennings, Bears defense. Maybe I just play that. Goff, JMO, Dowdle, Judkins, do the Goff triple. And instead of Henderson, you play two-point good, 3-point lead. All right. I mean, that's Goff, Judkins, Rico, Flowers, JMO, St. Brown, Laporta, Jennings, Bears defense. What does the Bears defense cost? 3,000. So Jennings. And could play the Texans. What about that? What about just the all-in? Just stone cold. You say we don't care about anything. And we just say the only thing that matters on this slate is the Lions. I kind of like it. And Jennings in the flex is like a totally fine play. Completely defensible. Like if we get 50 freaking points, yeah, it's a really tough week. I honestly don't anticipate completely killing it in cash games. Like it would, I mean, obviously it would be very nice to win. Lions onslaught, I mean, it does sim like crazy. It does sim pretty well. What if we did, instead of Judkins, what if we did Henderson at that running back slot? We put in the Jaguars defense, and then at flex, we did something like Brees or Rome. What about Brees? Ooh, Abdullah kick return to midfield. All right. Ooh, the commies did knock. Yes, that is true. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna play this. I think I'm actually just gonna. I don't do this stuff that often, but I am literally just gonna take the top team from The Sims. Goff, Dowdle, Judkins. I mean, is there? I guess one other thing you could do would be, does Cook and Henry fit? Yeah, Cook and Henry does fit. Cook and Hunter Henry. So that's one other thing you can do. James Cook, Hunter Henry. The double tight end meta is strong. Booth review, call is incomplete, but looking to see if Warren fumbled. Oof. All right, we don't... Actually, honestly, I don't care who wins or loses. All right, you know what? I'm playing the Jennings team. Jennings, Judkins, Jaguars, or Texans D, bang. That's what we're playing in the spy. Bada bing, bada boom. Now let's go finalize cash. Call stands incomplete. All right. McCarthy, McCaffrey, Dowdle, Parker Washington, Juwan Jennings, Tez Johnson, Trey McBride, Devin A-Chain. So the 2v2 is Henry. Yeah. Henry. So Hunter Henry and JSN versus Parker Washington, Devin A-Chain. Well, Kegro, we're not there. We're not there yet, brother. That's the only reason I'm streaming today. But I appreciate the kind words, but we are not there yet. My child is not in, he doesn't want to hang out, man. It is yes, this team that I did in the team that I did in the spy is the top sim. Cleveland D maybe could be good. Maybe I'll go look at that. I don't know. What do I want to do? Do I want to do the A-Chain one or do I want to do the double tight end one? A-Chain P-Wash may be more unique. 3rd and 21, dime scrambles for 19. Shout out to Daniel Jones, man. Never say die, brother. What about for this spy team? I had one other idea. What about if I did Olamide Zacchaeus? What about that? What about Olamide Zacchaeus and Henderson? Could probably even upgrade from Dowdle, actually. Or not from Dowdle. Could do Cook, Dowdle, Cardinals. Olamide Zacchaeus, 4th and 2 converted. It's true. You don't want to play D against a team that doesn't throw. It's like literally one of the most obvious points of all time. I wonder if that's better. So we've got Rico, Dowdle, Cook, St. Brown, Olamide Zacchaeus, and then you do Henderson, and we have the Cardinals defense. He's just waiting. Yeah, my kid's just waiting for lock. That's all it is. He's just waiting. He's just waiting for lineup lock. All right, we'll try. Maybe what does the Andrews team look like? So you do Andrews and Rome, maybe. I'm playing the guy with Taylor this week in redraft. Oof, I am praying for you, brother. Goff, Judkins, Dowdle, St. Brown, Zay Flowers, J-Mo, Laporta, Jennings, Texans D. Yeah, not a fun week to be opposite of John. Not that really only 1 week has been fun. All right, looks like we got it to a kick situation. So we're getting free football overseas. Is that what's happening? Man, that I just saw that Jonathan Taylor run on Twitter. What a fucking run. All right. McCarthy, McCaffrey, Dowdle, Parker Washington, Juwan Jennings, Tez Johnson, Trey McBride, Devin A. Chain. I think we're running that. I'm assuming all these running backs are early. No, San Francisco's late. So good thing I checked. A Chain is early. McCaffrey is late. McBride is a swap. Jennings is a swap, I guess, if absolutely you needed to. Okay, so we've got swaps if things are dead over there. All right, boys. Gonna wrap it up there. Gonna go up. Oh, City 2-0 at half. Tough scenes for Liverpool. I'm gonna go upstairs and go hang out with my wife, and maybe go have a baby. Maybe not. Maybe I will be back with you guys for the Shipcast this afternoon. That is up in the air. So I'll see you when I see you. But thank you to Christopher. Thank you to Stefan. Thank you to MBF. Thank you to Noseball for becoming a member. Thank you to Roto Bowser. Thank you to C Money. Thank you to Ben Russell. Thanks to everyone for supporting. I love all you guys, and I will see you.